Second last race at Sha Tin, race number 9. It's a Class 3 contest once more. 1,400 metres the trip, headed by Far Above. Alexi Bedell takes over. Odds on and beaten favourite with no luck. Last time out behind Beauty Loyal. Precise Express makes his Hong Kong debut, a two-time winner out of Ireland. Beauty Loyal was that last start course and distance winner, gets barrier 10 here, and Blake Shin. Ultimate Glory, Zach Burton jumps back on board. He's won on the 9-year-old twice in the past. Top score runner-up last time out behind Circuit 3. We've got Smiling City, probably roll forward off the inside gate. Joyful Heart comes here on a hat-trick, first time into this grade, and Good For You also on a hat-trick, but he's tried Class 3 in the past. Amazing Luck, also no luck for him last time out behind Circuit 3. Now, as far as Chung Fa is concerned, Enduring and Precise Express, debuts here for Ricky Yu, have been up at Chung Fa in the last month.
Endearing goes forward to here with the £7 claim of Alfie Chan. He can sit handy as he normally does. Beauty Loyal is another one that can sit handy. He was the last start to winner. Smiling City, Good For You on the next line. Prance Dragon has got gate 14. Maybe they can push forward if Beauty Loyal potentially can get in behind Endearing and in front of Smiling City. That might allow him to get into a one-off position. Zhanjiang Rocks is dropping back from 1652 with 1,400 metres, so he might be a little bit outpaced.
Our first horse we're looking at is Far Above, and we know how unlucky he was last start. And prior to that, he won really impressively, so I think he can bounce back here. Punters think so too at 1.1. But you can see the hold he's under as he comes down. One of the first starters here, Precise Express. He's £1,034. He's had the 2 trials to get him ready. So he goes nice enough here, nice and relaxed up at Chung Fa. He spent most of his time up there at Chung Fa. And Joyful Heart, another one who's been in great form at the moment. He's won his last couple was Joyful Heart. Got a little bit of an awkward draw, but the horse goes well and no problems with him in the mornings either. All
right, we'll have a look at Joyful Heart in a moment or so. Let's start off, though, with Far Above. Beaten last time out. Let's get it from the trainer's perspective. Douglas White.
Douglas, Far Above. That wouldn't have been an easy race to watch last time.
No, it wasn't. It was hard to digest, but that's racing for you. And look, let's hope that he can redeem himself.
How's he come through the run?
He's pulled up well. He didn't have a really hard run. He got knocked around a little bit, which was a bit of a concern. However, you know, thank goodness he's pulled up okay, and he's working in good order.
Just looking at the start of that race, he wasn't the quickest out of the gates. Is that just him, or is there something you can do to rectify that?
I think, honestly, I'm not sure. I haven't jumped him out the gates, but he seems to come out on terms. I don't think he wins the start, but he seems to come out okay. He might have been a tad slow last time for some particular reason, but you know, he's the kind of horse that comes from off the pace, and I don't think we're going to change his racing pattern or manners just yet. He's got an amazing turn of foot, and I think that's the key to him.
And just in the same race as Far Above, you've also got Smiling City back to the turf. Can he improve?
He can. He's been a victim of circumstances his last 2 runs. He's had awkward draws and he's gone forward, and there's been no real tempos, and he's gone forward, and he's you know, he's just folded up the last part. He's works well in the mornings. I'm happy to see him back in the turf now at 7 furlongs, and I'm hoping that he can run a cheeky race.
All right, so cheeky race for the second string. I think it's is the second string. Far Above.
Yeah.
Looks very hard to beat.
Yeah, look, you're not going to get rich off him unless you put plenty on.
Yeah.
But he's
your wages.
1.1 at the moment, but everyone saw that. We've seen it again. He should have won. There's no question. It was just
it almost nearly did, even when he got out.
Yeah.
And he was flashing late. It was one of those sort of races you would have been looking at if you were on him, if you had him as bank or anything in triple DTs or anything like that. You'd have been getting ready to throw the remote at the TV. It was just one of those situations. Couldn't find the gap, and from gate number 5, a change of jockey this time round as well. Alexi jumps on.
All right. Okay, so that's primarily Far Above. Top score, Prance Dragon and Amazing Luck. I think this was the run when he ran into a bit of trouble at the back there.
Yeah, but Top Score's had pretty good consistent form this season. He's had the 8 starts. He's won 1. He's had a couple of placings as well. So he's going pretty well at the moment. He's in good heart. Prance Dragon, look, he's getting there slowly. And Amazing Luck, I thought, was a little bit disappointing. He looked good earlier in the season, Amazing Luck.
He's on a mark of 60, so he is eligible for Class 4. Top score is basically the old switcheroo there. Bedell off Top Score onto Far Above, and Vincent Ho off Far Above onto Top Score.
All right, there you go. Joyful Hearts next. Now, the form around Joyful Hearts worked out well. 2 starts back, he beat Circuit 3. Last time out, he beat Casemiro, and Casemiro's won since.
He did last weekend. I thought really liked the sharp sprint of this horse inside the 300 metres. At about this point here, we saw Zach lose the stick maybe 50 metres or so before, but it didn't matter. It was hands and heels over the concluding stages. Great turn of foot inside the 300, and he's up in class here. Awkward stall of gate 13 and Teton riding.
Yeah, look, I think this is the Quinella, though. I think he's the main danger to Far Above. He's just been in such good form, and they're rock-solid form races as well.
All right, good for you. He's also on a hat-trick. His last 2 wins in Class 4 company at Happy Valley. The margins haven't been as great, though, just a head and a short head for him.
Yeah, he's going to find this a lot tougher, isn't he, coming back here to Sha Tin. But he has won twice at Sha Tin before. He's a horse in good form. He's going to come in with a very light weight, get a small claim of Jack Wong on board. He'll get his opportunity from barrier 4. I threw him on a very minor line. He's
just snuck in here at the bottom off 61, but you look at his record in the grade, 8 starts in the Class 4, just 1 4th placing.
All right, so Precise Express makes his Hong Kong debut. Super Treat was his name in Ireland. He won twice his last 2 starts by wide margins as well.
Yes, he's interesting. Ricky Yu and Alex Lyes had a couple of trials up at Chung Fu. I thought he ran on okay. One of his trials, this one here I think it is, he just looks like he's got a little bit of a high head carriage there. He holds a little bit higher than the horse you can see there on the inside. But he got to the line okay, wins at Ferry House and at Leopard's Town. We wanted to make sure you get that one out correct. Precise Express.
Yes, 1,034 pounds I said in the track worker. I don't know if he's quite there yet, but he did win his last 2, both over 1,400.
All right, okay, he's a big price here.
What can you say?
Far Above?
Yeah. He's on top, Far Above. He's very unlucky this last time, but there's absolutely no spoils there with the price whatsoever. He'll be the shortest price favourite of the card, there's no question about that. Look, Joyful Heart can give him a bit of a fright, though. I thought he's been going really well recently, and if he stays at 15 odd to 1 for a win, I think that's a really good price for him. He's massive overs. Pickens got a nice draw. He'll get his opportunity down there low. And good for you, as you mentioned. I'm going to give him a chance. I know he's only had the one sort of placing in this particular grade, but he's in good form at the moment. Probably his career best, winning 2 in a row. And I think he can sort of run a bit of a race as well. So 1, 12, 9 and 13, but you wouldn't take the 1.1. Well, I wouldn't. But I'm happy to do a few Quinella places around it.
Yeah, I'm with Far Above as well. He's certainly the horse to beat in this race. 1.1 and 1.1 there for Douglas White, Alexi Bedell. We all saw what happened last time out. Just couldn't get a crack at them, and when he did, he hit the line strongly. I think Picken can run a race here. He's drawn nicely in gate number 2. He's only a couple of points off his last winning mark for John Size and Chad Schofield. He's won 3 through his career. All of them have been course and distance. One of them's been in this grade. So he'd probably prefer... It'd be a definite chance in Class 4, but I think he's sort of getting down to that sort of mark where he can win again off now Picken number 9. 12 Joyful Heart, he's been putting them together nicely. Frankie Law and Karis Teton, he's up in class but has a good turn of foot on him. And Beauty Loyal was the last start winner by a neck there over Guy Dragon. He actually lost the whip. I think one of the horses in that race might have been So Glorious, or one of those other horses there copped a decent hit of his whip in the face and put him off stride. So 1, 9, 12 and 4.
Yeah, it's interesting. Beauty Loyal is 80 to 1 as the last start winner, but the market's completely thrown out with all the money for Far Above. I thought maybe Endearing, if he got loose on the lead, might give him something to chase, but yeah, very hard to oppose Far Above here in race 9. One more race to go then, race number 10, plus all the best bets. That comes up next.